Hey there, friends. Welcome in. Happy Friday. And it's Good Friday 2025. We'll get started very shortly. We'll just give a minute or so for some people to join. Welcome in. I'm just going to get my laptop so I can see your comments. Hello, everyone. Hey there, friends. Sorry I'm late. I had to work late. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Chrissy! Hi there. Welcome. Sorry, my first flower didn't work, so I had to figure out a second one, and I did get a late start, so. Welcome in. We're here now, so let's just enjoy. Hi, Bally. Hey, Jeanette. Hola, friends. Christy and Chrissy. Happy Friday. It is Good Friday, so today is April 18th, 2025. 2 more days till my birthday and Easter. So you all get to celebrate my birthday on Sunday. Eat lots of good food and candy for me. I know. I see your comments and I love that, so thank you. Let's clean up some of my cords here. Well, I was away too for a craft retreat. But it has been forever. I'm like, where are my petals? They're still on the mat. Thank you very much, Christy. Thank you, friends. I appreciate you hanging out. I know it's a holiday weekend. So we're going to start it off right with a flower. So we're using template 12 mini flower. So I was trying to make another flower like we did on Wednesday this week. And she's super beautiful, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Not hard, but a fun center. Though it was 3 layers, so it didn't take too long to do our inking and everything. So we are going to make another flower, however, with a different template, because this one, I tried to do a small one to coordinate. This be super pretty in a Mother's Day arrangement, your bouquets. And the YouTube video is posted, and it's the Facebook video tutorial has been posted on YouTube. So be sure to like and subscribe there. So that's where you're going to be finding them. I'm still downloading. I got through December 2022 yesterday when I was writing up the instructions. So we'll just keep going. Yes, Jeanette, 21. I said 31. I didn't want to go way, way back. Oh, congratulations. Chrissy has a new grandson who was born on Monday. And hello, Vanessa. Hello. I'm going to mess up your name. I apologize. Miria. I apologize. I'm terrible with pronunciations. So we're going to start with... And thank you so much. She is beautiful. I loved it. So we're going to start out with template 12 mini flowers. So we're going back again. Again, it's a 3-inch. So we're going to use our steeple. We're going to cut one at 2.5 inches wide by 2.5 inches high. So you're just going to open up your project for template 12 mini flower. Insert the dashed line. below the master files and all your other flowers you made with template 12. And then you're just going to set up. You can duplicate from the master files in your project. And I always put the date, and that way I know what flowers I made all with template 12. So I highly recommend that process. I started doing that and it seems to work really well. For our petal, mine are still on my mat, and my mat is a brand new one. I don't know if I recommend doing that, but this is going to be petal number 1, and then we're going to use the center. Okay, so petal number 1, you're going to cut 2 at 3 inches wide, and the height automatically adjusts. They're the same. Cut 1 at 2.75, 1 at 2.5, 1 at 2.25, and 1 at 2 inches. And then for the center, you're going to cut 3 at 1.5 inches. Martha, oh my goodness, you got your new home. I'm so excited for you. So congratulations. Yes, we have missed you around here. So we're super glad you could stop by. And this isn't too dark. I have the door open because I have the screen door because it's a little warm here today. So hopefully, if you want to grab a screenshot of the sizes until I get them posted this weekend, you can go ahead and grab them. And then we'll start inking. I inked a little bit my sample, but it needed a different color. So we're going to go with some lumberjack plaid. So Jeanette, the Cheeto fingers will be coming. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So for all of them, I'm going to add some lumberjack plaid. I'm not sure, I probably should put gloves on. I don't know, they're already orange. We'll just let it go. It comes off. So I'm going to use lumberjack plaid. I used, my orange is from the Tangerine Paper Pack by Recollections from Michaels, okay? So I just grabbed one of the colors. I'm not even really sure what color it is. And again, I'm using lumberjack plaid. Previously, on my other one, I used Crackling Campfire, and you really didn't see it too much. So we're going to switch to lumberjack plaid. And if you use your finger dabbers, I reuse them. Just beware, wrap them in tissue, like if you have them in another bag, because you can see it looks like, you know, it's a bloody mess in the bag. So just beware, I would keep the red separate. That was from traveling. So all I'm going to do, while it's still on the mat, I'm just going to go in a circular motion. And again, inking is completely up to you. Did anybody have off today? Oh, I wish I did. It was super duper busy. I thought it would be quiet because most people take off for Good Friday. And you can see I just blended out a little bit. I tried to make sure I got the edges to highlight them. Hey Renee, welcome in. So friends, we are using template 12 mini flower. So don't worry if you missed the sizes. I did allow time in the beginning to take a screenshot if you needed to. But I'll type it up as always. Sometimes it's a long time till I do it, so that's why I want to make sure you had enough time. And again, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for stopping by, because all of these videos, my live tutorials from Facebook, are being uploaded to YouTube, so that way we don't lose them. And just like yesterday, I posted our flower from Wednesday, the sizes in the comments in that photo album is the link to the YouTube video. So always check my comments for in the photo album. So again, I'm just doing a brighter, much brighter in the center. I'm blending it out. The red looks super pretty with the orange, so I'm much happier with that already. I'm not doing a lot of inking. I'm just kind of trying to keep it simple. Oh, Chrissy, is this the one you're teaching? Oh my gosh, you will be awesome. So Chrissy is having a painting class tomorrow. I will be filming our tulip YouTube videos for the new tulips that I designed. I'm super excited. Okay, circular motion, just gonna go in the center. As you can see here, it looks like a hot mess from afar. And then blend it out. I'm trying to make sure I get the edges. So it is easier to keep it on the mat, so just be careful. Mine is a brand new mat. I cut one flower previously with it. Happy Friday, Kim. Thanks for joining. I hope your radio program went well on Wednesday. Circular motion and blend out. So we're using template 12 mini flower. So if you weren't here on Wednesday or didn't get to join or listen or watch, I did get 5 new templates designed when I was away. Now it's a matter of typing up everything and filming. So the tulips I hope to have next week. I was hoping today, but it just didn't work out. All right, so we added our ink. So again, I'm using Lumberjack Plaid on an orange because I want to see it. So depending on what color you use. Now, this is a brand new mat, like I mentioned. This is the second one. If a petal rips off, I just glue it back on. So you will get to see that if it occurs. Oh, Chrissy, they're so beautiful. Thank you, Martha. Yes, happy Easter to everyone. And if you didn't see, Isaac, Floristy Explorers, our camp director, is doing phenomenal in rehabilitation, and V broke him out so he could go see his son's baseball game. I'm super excited. So happy. He looks 100% better. I've been trying to share them. And don't forget, a way to support her is by buying her templates, the large paper flower templates. And we did do quite a few tutorials with them, and I have another one I'm going to do. All right, now we're going to peel these off. Hardest part. Hi, Brenda! Welcome in. So now we're going to carefully pull these off of here. Oh my God. We're super excited everyone can be here. So welcome in. Happy Friday, friends. It's crafting happy hour here with Julie, your paper florist. If you're new around here, let us know. Just say hi. We don't bite. We're super friendly, supportive. We appreciate it that you're hanging out here. And again, I bend my mat. It helps it pop up off. Because again, this is the second sheet of paper I cut with it. Very carefully. I am located in Pennsylvania, if you're not aware. And all paper flower tool orders have been shipped. Irene, yours is in the mail, so thank you. There's a few limited, like I think maybe 2 or 1. Flower Camp swag bundles available yet. I think it's 1 or 2. right, 2 more, and then our 3 centers. So very carefully, you can see. And when I take them off the mat, I try and keep them in order, largest to smallest. It just makes it a lot easier. Now, I did have to move the one petal to make it fit. Thank you so much for the stars, Kim. On the hexagon, when it's 2 point, is that the height? Oh, the width, usually. Right, it's not even. I do the height. Or, I'm sorry, I do the width. Most of the time I do widths, and then for the large petals, I do the height. All right, now we just have our 3 little centers. Just take your time removing them. The flower's not hard to create. So this is template 12 mini flower. We did some ink in the center and blended it out. We made sure we touched all the tips of every petal just to highlight it. So we do need to do the reverse side. I ink both sides personally, just because if you're putting it in arrangement or in a bouquet, you would see the underside. I like to look at it from the side. You're very welcome, Bally. I have to admit, I thoroughly have enjoyed going back and downloading the videos, because while it's downloading, I listen to it. And I love that so many of you have been around for so long. It makes my heart so happy. So I appreciate all your love and support. And to everybody new who has found me, I'm a lucky girl. So I hope I can inspire you and continue to inspire you to take the leap into paper flowers and enjoy the process. You can hear the birds chirping outside. It's so nice. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 80 degrees here. 85, actually. I'm like, I was wearing a winter coat a day ago because it was so cold. All right, I like to use walnut stain. You can use ground espresso. I was just looking for my either or. They're pretty close. I mean, this one I'm just going to use walnut stain. It really doesn't matter. I like brown on my sepals, circular motion, and then I just blend out. And sometimes I add purple, but this time I'm not. Okay. Flip it over, and I forgot to ink this when it was on the mat. Circular motion. So don't forget, you can ink while it's on the mat. So if you're using the distress oxides like myself and your finger dabbers, it's much easier. Okay. My new phone like really focuses in. Who else dislikes buying phones? Oh my God. But let me tell you, it was 5 years. I had to do it. Lumberjack plaid is what I'm using on the orange. Again, this is from the tangerine paper pack. I wanted to be able to see it, so we should be able to see it pretty good here. So we did the front side while it was still on the mat, the machine's cutting mat. So now I'm going to just lay it on a piece of scratch paper. You can see my cut didn't go through right. This was my other flower I was trying to create. And we're going to blend it out. I know, girl, Jeanette, it has been hot down there, hasn't it? Nathan was telling us. Okay, I'm just blending it out. As Linda Hines says, once you're an inker, it's hard not to be an inker. And don't be afraid, like, to put the red on. We used red on pink, and this color ink was so beautiful on the pink as well. So I thought I'd try it on the orange. It's not super contrasting, but it's enough, a little bit of tone. And I'm just going to add a little bit to the tips. Yeah, my other one, I didn't ink as much, and I mean, the flower's fine. I just was not happy with it. I think because I didn't ink it. Oh, no humidity. That's the worst. Girl, the hair is never good in humidity. So those in the humid climates, you know what I'm talking about. We hate it. It's not too bad here. I probably should shut the door. I'm going to just leave this off. Well, I'll just put there. All right, so we're just going to continue. We already did one side. We're just going to add a little bit of ink. So again, take the time, experiment with some inks. It's definitely is what will set you apart. And makes it a lot more realistic looking, in my personal opinion. Yes, it takes a lot more time, so think about that when you are selling your arrangements. You can sell your flowers using my templates, you just can't sell my templates and share them with others. Okay. And then again, I'm just going to add some. You can see I'm not careful with my inking. Don't worry. Once it's all together, it's styled. That's what gives it its realism. And then I'm just going to add a little bit to the edges on this side as well. The ones that are going on YouTube, like of this one, will just be uploaded. So that's why I'm saying the dates a lot more, or saying who commented, because they won't see the comments. When I do my ones for the releasing of a new template, in most of those cases, I'm doing a one-shot. I create it specifically for YouTube. For my reels is usually my sample flowers. So this one I didn't film the sample. So yeah, all of these that normally would live here on Facebook are just going to be uploaded to YouTube. And then in the comments, they will be, I'll link it to the photo album with the sizes. And I'm trying to put a lot more description in. So I hope that helps. So in the center, we're doing a circular motion. Again, keep using your finger dabbers till they're all chewed up. Looks super dark. I'm going to close our door here because the darkness, I feel like it's affecting it. So 1 second. I lock the door so no one steals me. All right. We're going to blend out. Oops. Yes, it is a lot of work. And thank you, Bally. Hi, Pat. How are you? Happy Friday! It is crafting happy hour here with Julie at PhotoFabPaperFlowers. Almost every Friday we do a live tutorial. So we're using an existing template. This is template 12 mini flower. And we are just adding some ink. I'm using lumberjack plaid. So if you don't want to ink, that's perfectly okay. So while the petals were on my mat, I did the one side. And now we're just adding a little bit to the tips. So depending on what color paper you use, that will definitely determine what color ink you use. And you know, most of you know me, I love the warmer colors. All right, we're almost there. Circular motion, blend out. And thank you for those who can answer questions in the makers group. I truly do appreciate it. Because of me working full time and everything, it's a struggle to juggle everything, and I love it, but I am a little bit slower, so thank you. I'm going over the opposite side just a little bit. Okay. And then I like to do the tops. And then I'm just going to do the other side. Okay. Oh, she's so pretty. So, cheetah fingers. I had half a cupcake before we started. Oh, I'll probably be up all night from the sugar. Who else has that issue? So we're just blending out. You can see I have a heavy hand when I am inking these. I want to see my ink on this particular flower. And then just brush it on the tips. We go around and around. So we continue to use my templates here at PhotoFabPaperFlowers, because why just be stuck with one flower when we can make multiple different designs with the same template? That way you're not spending lots and lots of money. And I like to combine my templates to create new flowers. To me, I like that challenge as a designer. Ooh, so Bally's super busy. She's cutting my candy treat box from Craft Board. I'll let you know how that works out. And she is working on Forever Petals by V, Jessica Small Spiral Rainbow. Nice. I'm so happy to hear, and you've been busy crafting again. And we're just blending out each petal. Ooh, she's so pretty. And I'm just going around the edges. Reminds me of one of my marigolds. And now we're going to do the opposite side so you can see the difference in color of our centers. So circular motion and just brush it out. It doesn't have to be completely even because it's the center of the flower. It should have some variation. Circular motion and blend. Just brush it out. Brush to the tips. One more. Brush out. And there we go. So again, I use lumberjack plaid with an orange or coral from the Tangerine Paper Pack by Recollections. For our sepal, we use the walnut stain, but you can also use ground espresso. Pretty close in color. I do buy mine at a local craft store. We have some pretty good craft stores here in the community, but they're also available on Amazon. I do have quite a few of them that I use in my Amazon storefront. But if you do have any local craft stores besides the big box stores, I do highly recommend purchasing from them to support their small businesses, especially in these times. And that's all we'll say about that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start styling. So I'm going to pull out my handy dandy dowel rod chart. My dowel rods are color coded. Here's some of them. The rest are in my bag somewhere. So the rest are in my bag. So we're going to start from the largest to smallest. So I'm going to flip them over. So layer 1 and 2 are exactly the same size. So we're going to use our 1/4 inch olive green right here. We're going to place it down in the middle of the petal. You're going to pinch up with your thumb, let go, and roll it between your fingers. Okay, pinch up with your thumb and roll it between your fingers. No, Chrissy, I need to do that. I've been slacking. That's another item on my list. I owe from last year a couple months too. Oh my God. Where has time and life gone? Pinch up and roll. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Pinch up and roll. No, I haven't, Kim. I haven't needed anything. Literally, my weekends have been so busy. Life is a little crazy right now for me. I have a lot going on. All right, layer 3 is 2.75. Now we're going to switch. So as our petals get thinner, we're going to our diameter of our dowel rod is going to get smaller. So we're going to use our Coastal Blue 3/16. Place it down in the middle of the petal, pinch it up with your thumb, and roll. There is only one petal at 2.75. So we only roll petals of the same size together. So place it down in the middle of the petal, pinch it up, and roll it between your fingers. No, you didn't miss it, Chrissy. That's me. I'm a slacker right now. Not really, but. All right, layer 3. Layer 4, we're going to switch to our purple 1/8. Okay, place it down in the middle of the petal, pinch it up with your thumb, and roll. So now our dowel rod's the diameter's got much smaller, so you're going to see the petal's going to be curled a lot more, okay? Thank you, Chrissy. She says, I am not a slacker. Sometimes I wish I was. Just to sit. Don't you all? Like, sometimes I just want to sit, but I can't. I'm always doing something. It's not my nature to sit around. Okay? Roll the petals up I sit down at 10 o'clock at night for an hour. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Layer 5, we're also going to use the purple 1/8. Pinch up and roll. So you can see that little piece. It's okay, you can just curl it. You want it to be all crazy. Pinch it up and roll. Pinch up and roll. So pretty. Ooh, I love the color. All right, this is 2, 3, 4, 5. Layer 6. We're still going to use our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to use the Julie. This is the one that's not color coded. It's skinnier than 1/8. You could also use, I'm just looking for one, a toothpick. It's a little bit skinnier, but it would also work. These come in my dowel rod sets in the 12-inch and the 6-inch dowel rod sets. They'll always be 6 inches though. Place it down in the middle of the petal, pinch it up with your thumb, and roll it between your fingers. So it's going to have a nice curl to it. I know, Chrissy. My friend told me I need to take 2 months off to rest my arm. I just laughed at her. My pain in my arm has gone away, finally. Our Mega Bunny hurt my arm, but we're all good. I kept stretching it and stretching it. I think the inflammation's finally gone. So just always remember to stretch. That is my biggest thing, and I don't even listen to my own advice sometimes. We're going to keep this one separate and our 3 centers. For our sepal, we're going to use the purple 1/8 inch dowel rod. Place it down in the middle of the petal, pinch it up with your thumb, and roll. So it's going to have a nice curl. No worries, Kim. Pinch up and roll. Thank you all for joining, whether in live or in replay. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Beautiful. We're going to flip our sepal over because you know me, I like to assemble them rolled under for the most part. Maybe we should add purple. Should we add a little purple? Let me look. Oh, here it is. I have my cubicle mate, Tanya. Tanya, if you're watching on YouTube, hey, girl. She got some seedless preserves, and she makes some cards, and she got some picked raspberry. I said, those are my favorites. All right, so now we're going to look for the purple dabber. I think that's the purple. And we're just going to brush a little on. Randomly, I like purple over the brown. Who has to cook for Easter this weekend? I'm not, because it's my birthday. All right, we're going to assemble our pretty girl. She is all inked. We're going to flip our petals over. We're going to start with layer 1 and 2. They're exactly the same size. For the most part, I will always do that because I like a nice round shape. Okay, so we're going to separate them. Layer 1, I like to keep my finger there so I don't use my metal ball stylus. We're going to use the second to smallest diameter. Roll it in the center. It's a little hard to roll a little bit because of the ink, but it'll still lift. Use your hot glue gun, add some glue right in the center. You're going to look at the top 2 petals, look at a petal, and bring it straight down in between. Chrissy, do you ever get a granddaughter? Or are they all boys? Ooh, a cookout at your son's house. That sounds perfect. Roll in the center with your metal ball stylus. I did switch to the smaller one for that one. Add a dab of glue right in the center there. Okay. Look at the top 2 petals. Choose any petal, it doesn't matter. Bring it straight down in between. I stand when I assemble my flowers. That way I can look directly over top. So now when I'm filming, it's a little bit hard. I do try and look underneath the light. Okay, layer 4. Is our 2.5 inch. We switched to the 1/8 inch dowel rod, still with the smallest end of the metal ball stylus. Roll the center. Hey, Tammy. Oh, you do have 1 granddaughter. Good. Oh my goodness, 5 grandsons. She's going to have lots of protectors. Look at your top 2 petals, look at a petal, and bring it straight down. Welcome in, everyone. Oh, I'm so much happier since I inked it. Layer 2, 3, 4. Layer 5, we use the 1/8 inch dowel rod. We're going to roll that center, really lift it up. I probably could have done a few more layers, but trying to keep them a little bit simpler sometimes. Look at your top 2 petals, look at a petal, and bring it straight down in between. I do like a full flower so it doesn't open up. With the humidity here in PA and just overall, sometimes they tend to open. So we like our flowers to last years. Now for our centers, we have 3 of them, and then we have our last petal 1 of template 12 mini flower at 2 inches wide. We are just going to roll that center, okay? And then for all these, we're literally just rolling the center. I kept it very, very simple. Now I am going to fold it. I try and do in half. And then just bend it back and forth. Squeeze the bottom, so it's going to be very random looking. We're going to add some glue. Try and get it all around. Place it in the center of your next center. Okay, fold it up and around. Squeeze that bottom to make sure the glue adheres. It might ooze out the side a little, that's okay. How do you like those technical terms? Oozing. Hi, Maria. You have 8 sisters and 7 brothers and no grandchildren. Oh my gosh. And we don't have any grandchildren either. Okay, place it in the center. It's up to my niece, and she doesn't want kids. She has bunnies. Thanks for joining, everyone. Oh my goodness. So we're going to add a little bit of our walnut stain or ground espresso, whichever one you choose. I'll just use walnut stain because I used that on my sepal. I'm just going to add a little bit of color to the very center here. Almost like it's dirt or pollen. I guess the pollen would be more green. Is all of your cars covered in pollen? Oh goodness, that's crazy here. Especially with the wind that we've been having. Mother Nature is like blowing off steam or something. And now we're going to add glue to the bottom. Place it directly in the center there. Now you can do a different color center. A lot of times I'll just keep them all the same. Maybe because I'm lazy, I don't know. Add your glue. Now, I usually look at the side petals and one of my petals. I'm going to bring this petal in between these two, straight down. She's super pretty. Yeah, Maria, we have lots of pollen. My allergies have been terrible. Even though, well, it was cold then. Today was 72. Tomorrow's supposed to be 85 degrees. It's ridiculous. She's so confused. I was just wearing a winter coat this week. Look how pretty she is. Ooh. So you can make this in spring colors. It doesn't matter. And you can stem it. Maybe I should stem it. Let me look. All right, we're going to stem this. It's hard for me to take photos, but we're going to pierce a hole with the petals rolled under. I do that because when you're threading the floral stem wire, it's easier with the flow of the paper. So you're threading it through the top. Then I'm going to flip it over. We're going to roll right around the edge, flip it back. I cut my wire, the longer pieces, in half just so I don't poke you in the eye here. We're going to place it in between the needle nose pliers, your 18 gauge floral stem wire. Bend it like a shepherd's hook. Okay, place it back in between your needle nose pliers. Give her a squeeze to close that loop. And I usually try and straighten it if for some reason it got crooked. Okay, place it back in your needle nose pliers with it straight up vertical. Bend it 90 degrees like a corner. Okay, we're going to, with the petals of our sepal rolled under, thread it onto the floral stem wire. You can see I don't get it exactly in the center. That's okay. On the underside of your wire loop, right here, you're going to add your hot glue. That's what's going to attach to your sepal. Probably best I didn't put it in the center. There, it fits perfectly. We're just going to give her a moment. I know, Maria. It's crazy. It's just so confused. Thank you so much, Jeanette. So just remember, all of these current videos, since they announced the change to the live videos, will only be here on Facebook for 30 days. So I'm trying to get them onto YouTube. All right, now we're going to attach our flower. So we're going to add glue right over top. I am going to come out just a little bit. We're going to flip our flower over. She's very delicate. I'm looking at the top two petals, and I'm going to put one of my sepal petals right in the center. And I'm just going to press. And we're going to try not to move her because that glue is heating up the first layer's glue. And then we will, sometimes I'll do two. Probably in this case I would do two. It's pretty. You can see the bottom. It's okay. She's a flatter flower. But this is why I say you want to do both sides with your inking, because you see in from the side. You can see the difference. It's the same color, but I didn't ink. Or I inked very little, and I used crackling campfire, so you can't really see it too much. I'm happier with the inking. But either way, it's a gorgeous flower. You can do the center a different color. And then if we bring back our other flower, she'll coordinate nicely. So you have your orange tones. And the same way with our flower. And then you can bring in your tulip. It'll be super pretty. So thank you all for joining. I hope I can inspire you to make this pretty flower. This is template 12 mini flower. She's super pretty. So we'll get a picture of her outside. I might add a little bit of ink to the edges, just brush it on. So again, I hope I can inspire you to create this flower. Again, the sizes were reviewed in the beginning of the video. And this will be saved to YouTube for your pleasure of watching and creating it. So thank you again so much for joining me. I wish you all a very happy Easter and a great weekend, a creative one, and a safe and healthy one. So thank you, friends, for joining. Yes, my birthday is on Easter this year. Oh, yeah, it's very much like a zinnia. So thank you all for joining. Have a great weekend, friends. And we will talk next week. I'm hoping to have that tulip one ready for you. So take care.